Hello guys, this is lesson number 6 of my newest course about Vue and Inertia, which I decided to publish free on YouTube here, lesson by lesson, day by day. And the topic of today is repeating menu items. So currently at this stage we have the same links in post and in about page, and how to extract that to a separate main layout you will see in this video. And as usual, I remind you that if you want full course and don't want to wait for YouTube publishing day by day, you can purchase it here at laraveldaily.teachable.com, or you can choose the yearly membership, which currently includes 28 courses and also everything I will release for a year ahead. Now let's dive into today's video. Now let's start talking about layouts. So the main problem that we have now is duplication of the menu code for post and about. It's the same in index view, and in the about view this is duplication. And also, if you want to have inertia progress like you have at the post index view, it's probably better to have it somewhere centralized instead of just having it for each component. So first, let's move that inertia progress from index view to where? We can move it to the main app.js here. So we import create inertia app, then we import inertia progress, and then we put inertia progress in it with all those settings inside of app.js after create inertia app, like this. So now inertia progress will be enabled for all the pages. So that's step one. And now let's create the layout where we will put those menu items, and both of those pages, post index and about view, will be extending that layout. How can we do that in Vue.js and Inertia? So we create a file which will be a Vue component in resources.js. We will create a subfolder layouts, and let's call our layout app.view. And this will be a typical Vue.js component. So we have template and we have script like this. And then from index view, let's see what part is repeating. So the top is repeating for all the pages. So we put that inside of the table, and then the bottom should be closing of those divs. So that's that. And then the content of that layout components is marked as slot like this. And then to use link inside of that, we need to move also from index view. We need to import link in here in script, and also have export default as components link. We don't need the post here, but this is our link, which means we can use link here. And then in the index view, we don't need that component here, we just need the props. Let's take a look if we haven't forgot anything. Let's auto format it with PHP Storm for the better. And now that table, how do we define in the index view that it uses that app.view layout? All we need to do, in fact, is import that app layout, and let's give it a name of app layout. And inside of that, we'll have that table. Now that app layout, let's auto format, will be imported. So import app layout from, where do you have those? One level up, then one level up again, then layouts, and then app view like this. And then we do need the components. We don't need the components as link anymore, but we do need the component of app layout like this, and that should be okay. We save, npm run watch, build successful, and now let's refresh our page and see if it still works. We refresh, nothing changed, all good. About, post, it's still working. Now let's do the same with the about page. So we open the about view, and instead of having this, all we need is app layout like this, and inside we'll have those about us text like this, and we don't need to import link anymore. We basically copy paste the index view this with a few changes because the folder is different. It's not 2 levels, it's 1 level up, and we don't need the posts here at all. We save, build successful, and if we reload the page again, posts, about, all still works. And now when we have those links in the one layout app view, let's add a CSS class to the active link. I wanted to show you this earlier when we talked about links, but it didn't make sense that much because those links were duplicated on each page, so it was clear which one is active. Now when we have one list, which one is active? How to define that in Inertia? In the official documentation of Inertia, there are a few ways how to do that. So you define the class, and then class active would be applied only if the URL is this or that, and there are other like starts with or other syntax. My personal preference is to not be attached to URL. That's why we use route names in the first place, but I like page component. So you define class as active. Let's do exactly that. So instead of active, we will have font bold, for example, from Tailwind, and the condition is if page component is post index in our case. And same thing in the about will be font bold if the page component is about. We save, build successful, refresh the page, and as you can see, the about is bold. We click post and the post is bold. So now we have one main layout with the links, and from that layout we build all the pages. In fact, we have two layouts. One layout layer is in the blade file of Laravel, so this is the main layout of HTML. Then inside of that layout we have kind of like header and footer of Vue.js application with Vue.js logic and menu, and maybe we will add some more stuff in the future. And then inside of that slot we will have all the pages, 2 pages for now. We will create more of them.